Even when a person is at complete rest, considerable energy is required to perform all the chemical reaction of the body. This minimum level of energy required to exist is called basal metabolic rate. This accounts for about 50 to 70% of daily energy expenditure in most sedentary person. Because the level of physical activity is highly variable among different person, measurement of BMR provide a useful means comparing one person's metabolic rate with that of another. The usual method for determining BMR is to measure the rate of oxygen utilization over a given period of time under following conditions. The person must not have eaten food for at least 12 hours. The BMR is determined after a night of restful sleep. No strenuous activity is performed for at least 1 hour before the test. All psychic and physical factors that causes excitement must be eliminated. The temperature of the air must be comfortable and between 68 and 80 degree Fahrenheit. No physical activity is permitted during the test. The BMR normally averages about 65 to 70 calories per hour in an average 70 kilogram man. Although much of the BMR is accounted for by essential activities of the central nervous system, heart, kidney and other organs. The variation in BMR among different persons are related mainly to the differences in the amount of skeletal muscle and body size. Skeletal muscle, even under resting condition, accounts for 20 to 30% of the BMR. For this reason, BMR is expressed by calorie per hour per square meter of body surface area calculated from height and weight. BMR can be calculated by following formula. BMR is decreased with age. This is due to the loss of muscle mass and replacement of the muscle with adipose tissue. Adipose tissue has a lower rate of metabolism. Women have slightly lower BMR in comparison with men due to low percentage of muscle mass and higher percentage of adipose tissue in women. Thyroid hormones increases metabolic rate. When thyroid gland secretes maximum amount of thyroxine, the metabolic rate sometimes rises 50 to 100% above normal. Whereas total loss of thyroid secretion decreases the metabolic rate to 40 to 60% of the normal. Thyroxine increases the rates of chemical reactions of many cells in the body and therefore increases the metabolic rate. Adaptation of the thyroid gland with increased secretion in cold climate and decreased secretion in hot climates contribute to the differences in BMR among the people living in the different geographic zones. The male sex hormone testosterone can increase the metabolic rate about 10 to 15%. The female sex hormones may increase the BMR a small amount. This effect of the testosterone is related to the anabolic effect to increased skeletal muscle mass. Growth hormone can increase the metabolic rate by stimulating cellular metabolism and by increasing skeletal muscle mass. Fever, regardless of cause, increases the chemical reaction of the body by average of about 120% for every 10 degrees centigrade rise in temperature. The metabolic rate decreases 10 to 15% below the normal during sleep. This is due to decreased tone of the skeletal musculature during sleep and decreased activity of the central nervous system. Prolonged malnutrition can decrease the metabolic rate 20 to 30% because of the paucity of food substances in the cells.